We are on campus here at Appalachian High School. We're doing our very first show with Keeping Up with Appalachian Athletics, and I have three very well awake, ready to go guys right here, and I'm going to let these gentlemen introduce themselves, starting with Coach.
I'm Neil Whittington, head football coach here at Appalachian High School.
I'm Braden Gillen, senior running back here at Appalachian High School.
I'm Cole Smith, junior linebacker.
Coach, first of all, I want to say thank you for you guys coming on board this year, and we've been looking forward to doing things with you. We finally, the timing lined up, so this is the perfect time, and we're sitting here on this beautiful campus you have here. I don't know if we have a better backdrop of a campus in the state of Alabama. This thing's absolutely beautiful out behind this school here. We're here in the school, beautiful backdrop behind you guys right here. But Coach, let's get down to it. It's hard to believe that it seemed like just yesterday, we jumped out here and it was summertime. We finally got out for summer, and here we are, fixing to play football. Just walk us through this off season for you guys this summer, kind of catch us up to speed. I know you got a lot of things going on here at this program.
Yes, sir. We've got a lot going on. We've been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to get some new buildings added to campus. We're getting a new gymnasium, a new weight room. It's going to be state of the art. We're going to, like I said, have a weight room that's just going to be incredible. But with that is growing pains. The weight room and the gym went right in the middle of the practice field. So now the new practice field is in construction on the other side of the football field. So we are having to practice on the baseball field. And this time next year, it's going to be great. But we've got to get to that point. And like I said, nothing can get better without change. And we're going through a lot of growing pains here on campus with change. And so summer's been a little bit of a struggle where we normally do our running. There's no running. Our weight room's kind of tucked in behind everything right now. And it's travel to anything we do here on campus. You have to go out and around and bypass dozers and forklifts and have to avoid all the OSHA protected zones and fenced areas, and so it's been a challenge. But like I said, it's adversity, and everything can, if you take adversity the right way, everything can bring something better out of it from adversity.
The old basketball saying I like to call. Pressure can bust pipes or it can make diamonds. So talk about that a little bit, how, hey man, we do have this going on, but in the long run, this is going to make us better.
Well, a lot of the kids see what it is, and nobody's happy about everything that's about the extra this, extra that, the pressure that's coming, but they do understand in the long run it can make things better. Like I said, we're looking forward to the weight room. Right now, our weight room's about a 24 by 30. We have 8 stations, and it is absolutely packed. We're getting a 72 by 54. Gonna have 12 stations and room to work around all of it. Yeah. So, like you said, the pressure, our guys are taking it. It's making diamonds. I mean, because they can see the future. They can see what's coming. They can see what they're going to have one day, even though today's a little tough.
Absolutely. You guys, each one of you guys can touch on this from a player's perspective. Yeah, we have all these things going on campus. We know they're for the betterment of the team, but how are you guys able to put some of that stuff aside and get in the work you need to get done?
I guess I just have to say you got to work around everything. I know it feels a lot harder out there on the baseball field. Mm-hmm. I'm not really sure why. It's all
the same.
It's all the same, but down there at the practice field, I feel like we had a little bit more shade, a little bit more of a breeze.
Gotcha.
So I guess practice on the baseball field, you get hotter, but it helps you work harder. So those places we go where it feels hotter, you don't feel as bad.
Absolutely.
I would just say, as a team, you kind of just got to put your head down and just work through it. I mean, it's a little more difficult. We got to change down at the field house, walk to the baseball field, but regardless, we just got to do it because, I mean, we're still playing the whole football season, no matter where we practiced or what we had to go through this summer. So we just got to work through it and still get better.
Right back here to you. When you come here and you put in that work and all that, the end goal is we're about to start playing some football. Talk about that. Has it crept up on you? Have y'all realized that, hey man, we're actually going to play a real game coming up here, or are y'all still kind of in shock that summer's went by that fast?
I am ready to play. It has crept off on me a little bit. I thought even last week during the jamboree, I was like going into it, it's just a jamboree. I still want to win, but it doesn't even count. But when that kickoff starts, your heart starts pumping. You're ready to play. So, I'm ready to get to it, and you feel excited to play.
That's right.
For me, I co-opted last year, so I was constantly leaving the school, coming back for everything. So it flew by, definitely. And this year's already started off to a very fast start. So last week I was just thinking, going into the first half of the jamboree game, it's like I tried to take it all in, but it is way too fast. So this season already, week 1, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also I could probably have it pushed behind a little bit.
Kind of pump the brakes a little bit.
I'm trying to take it all in as my senior year.
Coach, what is it about these two gentlemen right here that stand out to you? Obviously, you brought these two gentlemen in here for a reason.
These are two of our guys who are not only leaders in the hall, they're also leaders on our team. They're both members of our Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
That's a positive.
Absolutely. Like I said, these are just guys that do the right things the right way, lead others to do it too. 3 weeks ago, they were both going to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes summer.
It's a PLT, Power Leadership Training in Huntsville.
In Huntsville.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like I said, they just do the right things the right way, take others with them. Like I said, they're leaders, they're positive in the classroom, on the football field, in the weight room. These are two of our team leaders. The way we do here at Appalachian, we started a leadership team. And it's not, you have to be chosen to that leadership team. The very first one, me and Coach Beard put it together. And since then, we'll nominate kids, and the current leadership team will vote on who's in and who's out. And these were for some of the first guys we had, and like I said, they've just continued to prove that us making that decision to put them there, we made the right decision.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Guys, talk about that. How awesome is it to be part of Christ and be able to spread His message as well as being leaders out in the community?
I think it's awesome. It's just like, I know a lot of people here, there's a lot of people walking these halls, they don't know Christ, and they don't, like, I'm blessed, I get to go to church every Sunday with my family, but not everyone gets that. So I think it's awesome, even if it's not necessarily preaching to them or anything, but just being Christ-like, being nice to them, because you don't know what they're going home to, and you can just spread positivity. You can make anyone's day better, just a smile, and just being nice to them. And it's awesome to be able to do that throughout the school day or on the football field or whenever.
I like this guy right here, Coach. He's legit.
For me, it's a little easier. I feel like being a senior, a little more authority. Mm-hmm. It's easy just to go up to anybody in this school because everybody knows everybody. So just being able to initiate that interaction for me is dramatically changed from last year. So it doesn't make it awkward trying to ask people about Christ, and we pray every day after practice. So I try to make sure I'm ahead of that. Absolutely. And I'll ask anybody if they want to pray, but usually I try to make sure we're getting that done. So just doing that, those little things, I think will help us grow as a team closer together.
Coach, this got to make you swell with pride, man. You got two alpha dogs here that are Christian young men that can go up and talk to people and witness people. How does that make you feel as a coach? You got to be doing something right, helping.
Absolutely. Take a line from a guy that I coached several years ago, Gabe Smith. He used to tell at the end of practice, he'd always used to say, guys, remember, be a light, be that guiding light, and these guys definitely are. And like I said, I can tell you where this one's at on Sundays because he's usually sitting in the pew right behind me. So
keep tabs on him.
Hey, I know if he's there and he's not. But yeah, it is. I mean, to be able to have guys of this caliber, not only athletes, but of men in your program, and them being the type of guys that's willing to mentor down. They're willing to reach down to the younger guys and lift them up. A lot of older guys you run into, the younger guys are just picked on. It's just they're the ones you poke fun at. These guys will reach down, pick them up, And like they said, they have no issues talking to them about Christ and trying to lead them in the right direction. And like I said, men like this in your program, it makes a coach feel good.
Coach, that's the most important thing. I'm sorry we got a little sidetracked, but I love getting that kind of message out to the people that you guys are doing those things here, and kudos to you guys. So obviously that's first. Second on down the list, football does come. That's the basis why we're here, so to speak, but to hear that message right there, it makes me happy that young men like you guys and a coach like you are doing the right things in the community. Let me just tell you that before we go any further. Now we can talk about a little football if y'all want to, if that's cool. Coach, let's gear this thing up and let's break this thing into units this year. Let's start with what fills the stands, which is offense. Coach, I like always and talk about offense. We'll start off with that. Who are you looking forward and who are you leaning on offense to help you out this year?
Well, like I said, last year we had 3 big linemen that left, and so replacing our line's key. And I'm a lineman guy myself, so a lot of that starts up front. Eli Beard's going to be our he's going to be real pivotal for us. He's going to be our anchor on our line. Then we have Justin Padilla is going to be our center. Evan Rowell is going to be our right guard. Jason Talbert, left tackle. I believe Alderson, right tackle. And those guys are really going to have to step up and take care of business up front, because this gentleman's here in the middle. This is my tailback, and like I said, we expect big things out of him. We're going to lean on him a lot. Had over 2,000 yards rushing last year. That puts you in a situation where, especially for us this year, breaking in a young quarterback. We have a 10th grade quarterback. He's played a few snaps, played sparingly some for us, coming out of junior high last year. He gets in trouble. It's nice when you have somebody senior that's been there and done it that you can turn around and hand it to in a troubled situation. Like I said, we got our 2 slot guys are going to be big for us, Caleb Kahn and Sam Stidham. Like I said, they both have played multiple years. Juan Calderon's going to be one of our wideouts, and the other one's going to be kind of played by committee. Bentley Gunner will be in that spot some, and those are 2 younger guys that we're bringing along. Like I said, we lost 6 starters on offense from last year, but like I said, we've got guys that's played some important minutes and coming in, so it's a little bit of growing pain early, but like I said, a lot of it's going to be Colton Caldwell, our 10th grader quarterback, settling in, and then like I said, we're going to have to put a lot on Braden's shoulders.
Coach, when you got a guy like this in the backfield and you're breaking in a new quarterback, and you can go play action off of him, that's going to free up a few people. I think some linebackers are going to bite and things like that. I think that's safe to say, so that definitely helps with that. Let's flip this thing over, Coach, and talk about your defensive unit and who the guys you're looking forward to really stepping up and helping you out on that front.
Well, Cole's he'll be our leading tackler coming back from last year. Like I said, be a junior. He'll be one of our linebackers, and Braden is moving to play some linebacker. He was defensive end last year. Eli Beard will also be pivotal on that side of the ball. We're replacing several defensive backs. We got some young guys in those areas. We got a couple of 10th graders who's going to be starting for the first time. And then across the defensive line, we're going to try to play that by committee, because like a lot of smaller schools, normally your top 5 offensive linemen, your top 5 defensive linemen, and you can only go, you can only go to the well so many times before it goes dry. So we're going to be rotating in a lot of guys, especially defensively, trying to keep them fresh. So it'd be hard to name a lot of names there, because I pretty much have to name them all. But like I said, these 2 in the middle at linebacker is going to be real pivotal. Like I said, Eli Beard, he'll play inside for us some. He'll play defensive end some. And then, like I said, defensive backs, we're replacing a lot of those, and so it's be tough to name a lot of those guys. But the biggest push is going to be these 2 guys, Eli, and then as we get a little more acclimated to the heat, where we can get them a little game shape, then there may be some more guys that kind of pop up that has to play all the minutes and not just some of the minutes.
Yeah. You're going to be relying on these 2 heavily right here. That's your horses, Coach.
That's it.
Let's flip this thing around. I always talk about special teams, Coach. I always like to to bring that up, because it can win games and it can lose games, and you got to win at least 2 out of 3 phases to win a football game usually.
Well, the one spot that you kind of talking about beating a dead horse. Let me introduce you to our punter, Braden Gillian. He don't get off the field. I mean, he comes off the field at the end of the quarter and at the half, and that's about the extent of it. But like I said, we're bringing back a senior punter. We're going to have a 10th grader kicking off, Sam Stedham. He's going to be doing our kickoff for us, and then we'll have Andrew Cranmer, who's going to be a junior, doing all of our extra points and field goals. Like I said, we're pretty solid in that. I wouldn't say we're over the top at anything, but I think we right now are at a point to where we can use our special teams not to lose games.
Absolutely. Yeah, because they can, like I said, they can win or lose them. It's a very key, important part of the game. And a lot of good coaches know that as well. You know that, Coach. I don't have to tell you, you've forgotten more football than I'll ever know. Guys, what's it like? Coach mentioned it. I mean, you guys are on the field all the time. You have to be in shape. You have to not show weakness. You have to lead by example. What's your roles coming into this season?
I mean, I think both of us have big roles. We're going to be on the field a lot. And, I mean, we are going to be tired, but I would say this year, like you said, it's almost like it's been just way harder this year on the baseball field. And, I mean, we've ran more than this, the most I've ever ran here the offseason, and I think our coaches are preparing us for it. And we're ready. We know we're going to be on the field a lot. So we just can't use that as an excuse. Can't be tired in the fourth quarter when it matters most. We just got to stay locked in the whole game.
Absolutely.
Like you said, I come off at the end of the quarters for water breaks and heat timeouts occasionally, but also I don't play kickoff and kickoff return. So those are the 2 breaks I get off. So I'm very thankful for those.
Oh,
shout out to my coaching staff on that one.
Yeah.
But again, this conditioning we've got going, it's been beat into us since summer. We've been adjusting from where we have to run, but it's definitely, I can feel a difference in my body from last year to this year, 100%. I feel so much better, and it's a lot easier going into games feeling this way.
I like it. Coach, before we get you out of here, and we're going to be back here each and every week with another episode, just final thoughts, overall thoughts, could be anything you want to touch on.
Just look, getting ready to get the year started. Like I said, we've beat on each other long enough. Like I said, we had a jamboree with Coach Willingham up at Collinsville last week, and that was the first time we've got to do anything with anybody other than beat on ourselves. And just kind of getting ready to get this Friday night going. Like I said, Holly Pond's coming in. They're pretty good sized guys on there. We've seen a pretty large team for them. Just trying to get our guys up, get them ready. Like I said, each day I walk out, I look at all the construction going on, and I'm like kind of chewing the inside of my lip. But then I look down the road, and I'm like, man, this is going to be so nice one day.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
So, like I said, that's the biggest thing. Just like I said, trying to stay injury free for the year, keep our guys going. Look forward to see where the good Lord's going to take us.
Well, man, you got guys spreading the word. You got a lot of construction going on here. You guys got a lot of eyeballs on this program moving forward. A lot of good things around the corner, and that's already here. So, number one, Coach, I appreciate you guys bringing me on this year and having you guys on. And we'll be back here each and every week, God willing.
We appreciate you coming up, and anybody that's coming to games, be prepared. We're not sure where we're all going to park everybody.
Yeah, that's what how is that going to look? Because that's changed.
They're working on building a parking lot over the other side of the football field, which is not finished. The rain's kind of held it off. 2 of our normal parking areas are going to be being used for staging areas for gym materials. We're just going to park up and down the sides of the road and use what parking lot.
I mean, so you guys hear that? Be prepared to.
Yeah, we may have to walk a little bit. We apologize, and like I said, if we're going to have some golf carts available, if somebody has to park a little distance, we're going to try to keep some handicap spots open.
Yeah.
But if people need assistance, we're going to try to have some golf carts. If they just let us know or drop somebody off at the front gate, then we'll help them in.
Yeah, perfect. Coach, thank you guys. You guys as well. Looking forward to seeing you guys each and every week. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.